Good afternoon, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Hughes and trusty old Lamb Chop.
Hi, boys and girls. I hope you had a nice weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. We did. I made pancakes for Mrs. Hughes.
Yeah, he did for Mother's Day. Thank you, Lamb Chop. They were delicious. Absolutely.
We're going to read a story. I hope you like it, boys and girls. Don't forget to...
What do you think he's going to say, boys and girls? He wants you to listen. Absolutely. Make sure you're listening. Good job. Okay, Lamb Chop, I'll put you back here. We have an awesome story. I always say that, but this is a really good one. It's Frederick by Leo Lionni, and it's a Caldecott winner. There's that beautiful medal for the best picture book. And it's a cute little story about a little mouse. Frederick. I guess his name must be Frederick. All right, boys and girls, listen. All along the meadow where the cows grazed and the horses ran, there was an old stone wall. Look at that beautiful stone wall. All the pieces of rocks. Isn't that pretty? Very simple. In that wall, not far from the barn, in the granary, a chatty family of field mice had their home. Look at the mice. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little mice. They're beautiful. But the farmers had moved away. The barn was abandoned. Abandoned means no one's taking care of it anymore. No one lives there. And the granary stood empty. And since winter was not far off, the little mice began to gather corns and nuts and wheat and straw, and they worked day and night, all except Frederick. So boys and girls, look at this picture. Now, they work day and night, but let's look at the mouse. There's one here, there's 2. He's working. He's working. This one must be Frederick. Looks like he's facing the other way. I wonder why Frederick doesn't want to help Lamb Chop. What do you think? Could he be lazy? Frederick, why don't you work? They asked. I do work, said Frederick. I gather sun rays for the cold, dark winter days. So there they are carrying corn on the cob. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's Frederick saying that he's gathering sun rays. See the beautiful sun? And the illustrator, Mr. Lionni, look at the pretty pictures he did. Very nice. And when they saw Frederick sitting there staring at the meadow, they said, Now, Frederick, I gather colors, answered Frederick simply, for winter is gray. So let's look at this. There's all of the mice working, and he is just sitting on a big, big rock of gray. This has a lot to do with colors, boys and girls. I love coloring. I think you do, maybe? And once Frederick seemed half asleep, Are you dreaming, Frederick? They asked reproachfully. Frederick said, Oh, no, I'm gathering words. For the winter days are long and many, and we'll run out of things to say. So there they are working. And there is Frederick. He said he's gathering words. Remember we talked about collecting things? Yup. Lamb Chop, remember that? Yeah. The winter days came, and the first snow fell, and the 5 little field mice took to their hideout in the stones. So the field mice are in the stones. There they are hiding. And I bet this guy must be who? Who do you think it is? That's got to be Frederick. He always does his own thing. In the beginning, there was lots to eat, and the mice told stories of foolish foxes and silly cats. But they were a very happy family. Look at that. They had plenty of food, and they were safe in their home in the rocks. But I'm worried about you-know-who. But little by little, they nibbled up most of the nuts and berries. The straw was gone. The corn was gone. It was cold, and no one felt like chatting. Look at this. They're getting a little sad. 2, 3, 4. And look who's over here. That has to be who? Yep, you got it, Frederick. Then they remembered what Frederick had said about sun rays and colors and words. What about your supplies, Frederick? They asked. So here they are. There's the family, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now they're counting on Frederick to help, I guess. What about your things you collected? Let's see what happens. Close your eyes, said Frederick, as he climbed on the big stone. Now I'm going to send you rays of the sun. Do you feel how the golden glow on your skin? And as Frederick spoke of the sun, the 4 little mice did feel warmer. Was it his voice? Was it magic? So, Frederick here is telling them to feel the sun. Use their what? What's the word, boys and girls? It's a great word. It's one of my favorites. Lamb Chop knows. Lamb Chop. You want me to tell? Let me give him a hint. He said it begins with the letter I. You like it. He wants you to know it's called imagination. Using your imagination. Can you say that with Lamb Chop and me? Imagination. You imagine. Nice job, Lamb Chop. You're the best. And how about the colors, Frederick said. Close your eyes again, Frederick said. And when he told them of the blue periwinkles and the red poppies and the yellow wheat and the berry bush and the green leaves, they saw beautiful colors that they painted in their minds. Boys and girls, they didn't have these things. They were imagining them. Look at all the beautiful things you can imagine. I love imagination. And the words, Frederick cleared his throat, waiting a moment and as if he was from a stage. Here is Frederick now, and here are the words, and here's the 1, 2, 3, 4 left mice. Let me read it and I'll show it to you. Who scatters snowflakes? Who melts the ice? Who spoils the weather? Who makes it nice? Who grows the 4-leaf clovers in June? Who dims the daylight? Who lights the moon? 4 little field mice who live in the sky. 4 little field mice like you and I. And Lamb Chop. Once in the spring mouse who turns on the showers, then comes the summer who paints in the flowers. The fall mouse is next with walnuts and wheat, and winter is last with our little cold feet. Aren't we the lucky seasons are 4? Think of a year with 1 less or 1 more. What a nice little poem. That's beautiful. And then the last picture, it says Frederick blushed. That means his skin got a little red. And he took a bow. Bow. Lamb Chop, can you bow? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs, I'm going to bow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yup. And said shyly, I know it. So he knew all along he was going to help. Good book? 2 thumbs up? Absolutely. 2 thumbs up, Lamb Chop?
Yay, boys and girls, that's a winning story. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We learned about a big word that begins with the letter I. Let's see if you remember it. Want me to help them? Or you think they got it? Okay. Ready, set, go. Imagination. Imagination. Yup. So you guys, Lamb Chop and I want you to know you can imagine anything. Sure. Especially being home now. You have to use your imagination. You got to think outside the box, they call it. Yup. We think outside the box. That doesn't mean we're in a box. That means we think. We use our brain. You can too. And Lamb Chop too, right? So boys and girls, we just want to say we hope you have a good day. Remember, we introduced you last week to little baby Lamb Chop.
Hi, boys and girls.
And we are going to have a contest. I think I'm going to start it next week. We're going to give it a week of maybe getting some names from you guys, and a winner will get a Lamb Chop, baby Lamb Chop, okay? So boys and girls, have a good day. Lamb Chops throws kisses. Use your imagination like Lamb Chop and I, and have a wonderful, spectacular, wonderful day. Arrivederci. Bye, guys.